Hey folks, ET here coming at you with the pre-market prep, so let's get to it. All right, SPY is sitting at about 657.95, so let's call it 658 overnight. Mixed day on flow, and we saw a lot of big moves up and down. We got that volatility that we talked about last night because of that thin gamma, and we got that 655 bounce. We did finish with a small green deck, so just a couple of red ones in a row before we saw another green one. Interesting here that the lower whale target of 650 has dropped off. We're still in the somewhat of the short to pop mode with customers, so they've been right for a couple of days now, but that's about it. But interesting to see that 650 has dropped off for now. Still have the upper target of 665 and 661, and then resistance at 600. So let's see if that 650 pops back up again, if we continue seeing any downside momentum. So we are sitting right around here in this area in the overnight session in between these levels. Thin on the way down, really all the way to 645. So 659 is going to be very important. Over on the ag, we can see 666 again. And if we don't, it's kind of thin on the way down to 645. Let's jump into tomorrow and see what difference we see there between the ag and the daily. So keeping in mind where we are in price, which is right around this spot right here, sort of the same thing. We'll zoom in for you here. Over 659, we have room up to 668. And then we have a nice ramp down from 659 all the way to 647. So those ranges are roughly the same between the two. The only difference we have is biggest pull on the ag is to the downside, and the biggest pull on the daily is to the upside. Let's check that ag again really quick. As you can see here, 650 is the biggest pull there. So what we don't want to see is those two things opposing each other and creating a choppy Friday, which we've seen before. Sometimes when we get these opposing pulls on either side of where price is, we end up trading in a tighter range, even though we have these wide open spots. So mark your greens on the daily, on the ag, choose which one you like, and then wait for flow tomorrow to see. We'll need consistent flow either way to get down or up into those breaks. Very simple. All right, that is all for now. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe out there and go get that Oprah money.